Hey guys,
Hello.
welcome to another episode of
For the hype.
For the Hype. And today we're talking about sorry, I forgot.
Are you alright, man? You seem a tiny bit off the past couple days.
Yeah, I'm alright. You know, I got a lot on my mind, you know, like, and it's silly because it's actually all like my fault, you know. It's stuff that like I've done and I'm doing, you know, and it's just weighing me down, you know. It's like my own sins, you know, my own personal sins.
I 100% get you on that, man. There's just these little things in everyday life that you could be doing differently, maybe, or you should be doing these. There's just patterns of self-destructive behavior. And it feels like there's just something inside you compelling you to just do these
bad things. Yeah, 100%. And you know, it sucks because, you know, well, you've got it too. Like, we've all got these things in us, and it's like you want to just rid yourself of the sin, but then everywhere you look in the world, all you see is
everywhere is sin.
Everywhere, everyone is sinning.
Everybody commits their own sins, and nobody's different from the other.
Yeah. So, where can you go to cleanse yourself of your own sins?
I don't know. It feels like it's really hard to find salvation in people and closure. You don't always get the answers you want, and and you end up asking more questions, which can sometimes be good. But what are we doing? There's no step forward.
I guess maybe the answer isn't in people. Maybe it's in something else.
Like what though? Maybe some omnipotent being? Someone godlike?
Yeah.
You know, someone that we can actually look to for wisdom.
Someone who's there in front of us, but also so far in front of us, you know what I mean? Someone who's just full of wisdom and grace and beauty and light.
Someone that's truly perfect.
Perfect.
I mean, it's a nice thought.
Yeah. If only that was a thing though, because, you know, we all know no one is perfect. You hear that?
Yeah, I do.
Where's that come from? What
You got.
Bradley, it's beautiful.
It's so amazing. I've never seen anything like this.
Who is that?
That's...
Yes, it is I.
Lee!
What?
I have all the answers you seek.
Lee, please help us.
We need your answers, please.
Sit down, my sons, and confess all your sins.
Yes.
We'll confess.
Yes.
Please,
Yes.
anything. Just give us answers.
We'll confess. What do we do? Tell us exactly what to do.
Now hold the candle in unity. Confess all your sins.
I posted all of my problems online when I was younger, and I expected everybody to care.
I got my first boner watching Titanic with my family.
I was gifted 2 separate harmonicas that I never even picked up.
When people tell me their problems, I give them bad advice on purpose because I don't care about their outcome.
I've never seen a Star Wars movie.
I never watched The Godfather or Indiana Jones.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I actually do really like the taste of Prime.
My childhood pet's name was a racial slur.
I once drank Coke out of a Pepsi glass.
I thought I was the only one.
Really?
I had to.
I used to snort sherbet in school. And now, I just can't stop. I can't stop.
One
stop.
time, when I was a kid, I was making a cake, and I cracked the egg, and there was a chicken fetus. I didn't know what to do, and I just baked it into the cake. I made a film about furries.
I don't know. It just feels like no matter how good I try to be and all this stuff, I'm never gonna be good enough.
I'm afraid I'm gonna die alone.
I already know the answers to what you seek. Honestly, guys, I've summed it all up, and I just think you need to get the fuck over it, basically. I'm sick of hearing all your problems. They all got the same answer, basically, so peace.
Wow.
I'm amazed.
Me too. You know, I think you might be onto something there. I think I'm kind of over it, eh?
Yeah, same. Maybe we should just get the fuck over it.
Were we just holding each other? Bro. Alright, I'm over it.
Yeah, do you want to get back to the episode?
Yeah, let's just get back to the episode and back to the rest of our lives, hey?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Got this man.
Yeah. Well, don't do the. Don't
I don't
say
think
the
it
numbers.
matters too much. Anyway,
Well, no,
we'll restart it. We'll restart.
Well, yeah, because like if we film this episode, but then suddenly we do a micro episode next week, and that comes out the next week after because we've got to film the skip because we don't get time to film the skip.
It doesn't matter. We're restarting. Anyway, welcome back to For the Hype, everybody. In this episode, we are talking about ourselves. I know you guys love hearing about us three individually.
Well, I mean, isn't that what the whole show is? Us literally talking about ourselves.
Yeah,
Yep.
if you don't like it.
Yep.
Oh.
But please don't, because we need all the views we can get. Which, by the way, we are very grateful for. Every single week we upload, we notice that little view counter goes up like 50 or so votes, and so those 50 views, thank you very much, guys. We notice it and we appreciate it. Yeah, so I thought you were gonna say something. So I looked at you. I was like, So what are we talking about ourselves, Bradley? I believe we're gonna be sort of calling ourselves out a little bit, so to say, today, right?
Yep. We are calling ourselves out by trying to connect with our higher selves. So,
And what better way to connect with your higher self than
to connect with the lowest self.
to look to the lowest self, look inside. You know? Do you know that was selfly?
Every day, look deep inside.
Deep inside, yeah.
You just realize how perfect you are.
Oh, hey.
Well,
No, I'm not saying it, so, you know.
no, well, you know, like, we all want to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect, besides Lee, obviously.
gonna say.
But, yeah. No, but, so, you know, good way to form and get to know yourself is to look at the parts of yourself that are not good. You know, the bad habits, the things that actually bring you down in life, but for some reason, you just still let it happen, you know what I mean? So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about our bad habits and how they affect us and why and who and what and where.
Well, I guess we
yeah.
start off with a bad habit we all share. Getting fast food and just eating
yes.
junk whenever
Yeah.
necessary.
See, okay, that's the thing. I love it. In the moment, I love it.
yeah.
when you pick it up and you like sit in the car park and you open up that bag and you pull out the chips and like that, and then you just gorge the Whopper. You know, that's, you know, that it's so indulgent. But you gotta think, for like so many normies, that's like how they break bad. That's how they indulge. You know, some people do substances or, you know, whatnot, but that's for some people, you know. So but yeah, so what do you say, Lee? You love it, but do you also kind of hate it at the same
Oh, yeah,
time?
it makes you feel shit. And the poos you have afterwards are just intense.
Yeah, that too. That's what I mean. But like, it makes you feel shit. You take a bad shit. It ruins your whole day. It makes you sleepy. I bet it makes you sleepy, doesn't it?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially if you smash it all. Like,
Yeah, but it's so easy. It's literally so. But it's funny. It's so easy, but at the same time, it's so hard because like, you think like it's an easy option because you go there and you pay and you just get the food. But really, you've got
Wait
to.
half an hour.
You wait half an hour, you leave the house, you have to go there and get it, and then you're paying. Like, fast food used to actually be cheap, but now it's just.
it's actually expensive now.
Yeah, it's like price of groceries. But, yeah, so what, okay, let me ask you this. What triggers you to go get fast food usually? Like, what happens to make you go, I'm getting fast food?
Just like, probably like get to that point where you should probably go to sleep. But Mum used to call them hunger pains. You got hunger pains. You got tired pains. Sorry, tired pains. Not hunger pains.
Yeah.
Tired pains.
No, yeah.
The tired pains. Go to sleep.
Well, you know what? That kind of, I reckon that sort of leads into another habit we have too, like another bad habit we all indulge in, which is sleeping. But like, not just sleeping, like, you know,
Sleep.
yeah, I would say, Lee, I think out of like the three of us, I think you actually have the healthiest sleep pattern in the sense where you generally go to bed before midnight and you're up early, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, you also love a nap though, right?
Yeah, I had one today. When I say nap, I had a 2.5 hour nap.
Yeah.
That is the time frame of a nap.
Yeah.
Well, some people reckon 40 minutes, but to me,
That's a power nap.
Yeah.
Under an hour is definitely
Yeah.
a power nap.
I love my
Yeah.
naps too.
Yeah. But yeah, for the last like few months, I literally got into the habit of like sleeping during the afternoon from like
It's cold now too, so you're gonna have to get back in the habit of doing that.
no, but I want to get out because there's so many things I could be doing during the afternoon. You know, I could be going to the gym. I could be editing one of our videos or writing one of our videos or coming out with the next skit or coming with whatnot. You know, there's so many things I could be doing, but for some reason, my body compels me to nap and I don't like it. I actually kind of hate it, to be honest with you. Like, do you ever feel like that? Like,
Oh yeah.
it makes you feel like you're missing out on life. You're not doing the
Especially when you wake up and you feel worse when you went to sleep.
yeah. And but Brad, and you know what? But we're going to be talking about napping and sleeping. We got to talk about this guy right here.
Look, I actually
Get up
don't
4
nap.
p.m.
I don't nap that often.
Yeah, but that's
It
'cause you
rarely
sleep
ever
till,
happens.
3 o'clock
Yeah,
every day.
I get my
Every day.
3 o'clock
Even-
every day. This guy literally lies
Brad-
because it's inconsistent when I wake up. I don't wake up at a consistent time. It can range anywhere from like 6 a.m. to literally when I wake up. And I could literally randomly just get out of bed then. That's very rare.
But the thing-
then also I could sleep until 3
It's like
p.m.
a
But-
unicorn.
A unicorn.
Yeah, rare. He said it's very
Oh,
rare.
yeah.
Unicorn.
But the thing, brother, with your sleeping as well, right? Like, put it this way, when I like my thing that gets me with my sleeping too is if I have to be up early in the morning, no matter what time I've been to bed, I'll always get up with like 3 hours sleep, 4 hours sleep, 2.5 hours sleep. You know, you set your alarm, like your alarm goes off in 2 hours and
I
24
got another
minutes.
day and I had to turn his alarm off.
Well, yeah, but that's exactly because you need 8 hours at least, right?
Something like that, yeah.
So if you go to bed at 5:30 in the morning, which I know you do sometimes,
yeah.
he's not getting up to like 2:30, 2 o'clock, and then that's your whole day gone, you know, and that sucks. That sucks,
It
right?
is the whole day gone, but like I'm doing things that I actually want to do during that time rather than obligations and things like that.
Like what?
Like working, doing things like hanging out with people and stuff. I can literally just sit at my computer, make music or play games and stuff like that, and that's when I'm truly actually in the zone.
Yeah.
That's when I'm at my most productive, is just like when I should literally be asleep, but my brain is just ticking so hard.
When you're isolated at night, you mean? Like in that zone?
Mm-hmm.
See, I understand that because like I used to get in that zone, but like after a while, I find it to be like really destructive. Like it makes me less productive during the day for the other things I need to. So
Well, yeah, there's also that.
Yeah. Okay. So sleeping. All right. What? You know what? Okay. Here's one, Bradley, and I'm gonna. This one's me and Bradley. You know this one. I'm gonna call us out. Nicotine.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed. I really. You know what? I picked up the habit. I've always sort of like had a little bit of nicotine here and there. You know, like when I have a drink or whatnot. But after
I started out the same.
Yeah. But I think like, and you know what? It really was after like I had my breakup with my ex a few years ago. Then I went back to living on my own, and then I was just like had so much
Really
downtime.
indulging in it.
And
He become a hard degenerate for about a year.
I did. I do it. Try a couple of years.
Yeah, well, it's been generous for you, right?
No, it's alright. I'm not calling myself out. I make myself look bad. But you gotta think, because remember, like that was during lockdown as well.
Yeah.
Because just for the record, so when me and my ex broke up, so we were together for like a few years. We lived together, all that, you know, whatever. But we broke up on a Saturday, and on the Monday that followed, that's when lockdown started. So I was living by myself. I had nothing, and then I'm just smoking nicotine. Then you'd come over, and I'm like, "You want some nicotine?" And you're like, "Yeah."
This is before I actually started smoking properly.
I know.
We definitely we encouraged each other's indulgences
We did.
during that time.
We did. And, you know, that's one thing that I'm definitely trying to get rid of. But, like, Lee, you've never smoked a cigarette ever, right? Or nothing like that. See, you're...
I've come across tobacco, but it doesn't make me feel very well ever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
occasionally I'll have a vape though. That's all right.
Yeah, but
it's more for the taste for me. I literally do it because of the taste. If I have too much of a suck or a drawback, I'm like
yeah.
full on roll back in the head, finger gonna spew.
Yeah. You've literally, I'm pretty sure you said you've literally had before where like people are like, "Hey, can you hold my smoke for me?" You've literally hold their cigarette, but you've never, never
you're the
and
person they can trust because you won't drag it.
If that was me, I'd be like,
but like literally just the smell makes me feel ill
Yeah.
as well, though, especially
Well,
when I'm really close.
That's
to
like
it.
actually this one time when you were just after you'd broken up with your ex and stuff.
yeah.
This one time, like I literally had
Degeneracy
come over.
starting.
I'd come over the night before, and we were smoking quite a few cigarettes and stuff, and it was all completely fine.
Yeah.
I come over the next night. I smoke one singular cigarette. I smoke like half of one, and I instantly throw up.
Yeah, I remember
That made me feel so terrible. I literally didn't smoke for like a week straight or something like that. And then I had it again and I was just, lungs of steel.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember
But
that.
yeah, smoking's bad and we
Not
should definitely
bad.
stop that.
Yeah. Well,
Bacon's worse though.
well,
It's
I
around
mean,
the same.
It's all
It's all in the same
nicotine
realm.
stuff. It's all bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
The only benefit that nicotine can have on you is the way it literally makes your brain feel. So like when you have pure nicotine, when it's just nicotine and none of the other stuff, it actually makes you like calm. It makes you more productive. Like you can sort of focus on
Yeah.
things a bit.
But like when you just
But yeah, when
every
you're just
single day,
vaping, it's just
then
like
it just is what it is. Here, all right. Here's a question though, right? So it's funny because like we've talked about like these bad habits, and we're talking pretty negatively about them. Yet we are still
Doing it.
We're still doing them. We're still doing it, and pretty consistently. Why? Why are we compelled to do these things that we actively know that are bad for us, that we know are going to make us feel probably not good in the long run, but good in the moment? Why do we do it?
I can think of two reasons off the
Giving
top of
in
my
is
head.
easy.
Yeah, giving in is easy,
Giving it is.
and there's probably more to it, but it's
There's more to everything
But-
in life.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So as we were saying, it's habit. So like when it comes to that point, you've done that every single time, so you're just like, okay, my brain's just automatically doing this again, and then it also. You actually, regardless of how bad it is for you, you are still getting something out of it. Whether it's nicotine with the, people can get head spins from it, or it just makes you feel
Euphoric.
euphoric, or just calm and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Or with fast food and bad food and stuff, it gives you that instant gratification
Yeah.
of like really great taste. But
It
but
doesn't,
then
actually taste that great when you think about it.
It depends on the food, definitely.
When you think
but-
about it, it doesn't actually
yeah.
taste that great. It's just easy digestible.
Yeah.
And it's there. Yeah. You know,
I think like for me, a big thing that happens like when I give in to the temptations of like whatever the thing is. It's weird because like I always play like it's always mental gymnastics because in my head my first thought is like, no, I don't want to do that. I wanna be better. I want to make right decisions and blah blah blah. But then you think like,
does that ever make you want it? Like you think that initially, but then because you're thinking that, then it ends up like you want it more.
Well,
Sometimes
what
that
happens?
to me.
I think what happens because I've been studying my brain patterns for a bit, trying to figure this out.
Don't get too lost.
No, don't worry. I'm
Scott and I both have seen mental professionals before.
yes,
Therapists.
yes. So I talk to myself, but like in the good way.
Don't worry, I would sleep with the door shut, guys.
I talk to myself in a
Alright.
schizophrenic way.
Jesus. Hang on a second. Let's just let the dog.
Shut up, dogs!
Okay.
Wait, you guys can't hear dogs?
No, it's dogs.
You're tripping.
Okay.
I'm locking my door tonight.
Okay. So where I was going. So what happens is when I want to do the bad thing, right, initially in my head, so it's like I want that, but I shouldn't because I know that that's a bad decision, and if I don't do that, and if I stop doing that for good, that would lead to a good outcome. However, but then your brain puts like the decision and then the good outcome, and the good outcome is actually so far away. It's so far away. Like if you skip one hungry, fast food meal, you're not instantly gonna lose weight. You gotta do that for days and days and days and months and months and months and months, and then suddenly maybe you'll lose a couple. You know what I mean? Or you might save this amount of money. So it's like daunting. So then your brain's like, just feel good now. Just give in. Come on, you know you want to. And it sucks because I think what I want my brain to do is rather than my brain being like, go get that fast food, have that nicotine, do what you know.
dirty little degenerate.
I wanted to do that to my brain, but my brain did it to me. But about good things like, eat your vegetables, go to the gym.
The little person on your shoulder, he's the degenerate. He's strong.
He
is.
is.
The force is strong with
I
that
know,
one.
but I want to be stronger than him.
Well, that's the thing. Negative forces and negative whatever are usually a lot stronger than positive forces. That's why being negative or being bad doesn't really take an effort.
No.
It always takes an effort to be positive.
Exactly.
But that's why it becomes so much more rewarding when you actually pull through with it.
It does, yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, though, I will say that now that we talked about a lot of negative stuff, so to say, but like, let's talk about some of our positive habits, because I'll put it this way. First of all, I would say the first positive habit words that we've kind of picked up is since doing this podcast, I would say that we've probably been more active overall, right?
Definitely more productive.
You feel that?
Oh, yeah.
And it's given us like a sense of structure and actually something to look forward to and work towards, which is good. Like I've noticed that change.
I'll use something as an example for myself. It's literally basically because of this podcast. So our intro and outro music, I made that completely by myself by learning this music software, and I've got a different one which I'm learning as well. And so basically this podcast helped me kickstart my learning and performing process again. So I'm literally making more tracks.
Yep.
I've already posted a few to like socials and things like that, which I might put in somewhere.
plug that.
Plug it.
In the
But yeah, the podcast truly, it's just kickstarted me again, and I literally look at my computer every day to make something new, and it feels really, really good to get back into the habit of doing that thing I love. And it's all because of this.
Yeah, I feel the same way too, but in like regards to like filming and media, like now that we've got, I used to come up with these random ideas for stuff all the time, but now that we got this, I'm like, I wonder if Lee and Bradley be interested in that. I wonder if they would be interested in making that happen. I'm like, if I could think of a way to make it happen, I'm sure they'll be down.
Let's put it this way. Have you seen the start of the video? We haven't said no yet. I've had a baby suck my tit.
Hey, you love the start of the video. You love
the
it.
baby sucking my tit?
No, this...
That's last episode. This is this episode.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the last episode.
Sorry, I watched it before I came.
That's all right. That's all right.
Hey, let us know what you thought about that music video, by the way. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. What about you, Lee? What's something positive that you've noticed about yourself since we've started doing this podcast?
Just like working a lot more, but like pushing through that barrier because like going to work's easy, but then like there's like working for myself doing like food delivery and stuff, which like you
Words
can
are
work
hard.
like work every day, but it's putting like 6, 7, 8 hours in a day rather than like 2 hours. So that's been the biggest change, is putting more time into it.
You like but with this, it's funny. It's like you're putting less time in, but the work is more rewarding.
Yeah.
Well, I found that like it's very rewarding. Just getting to do whatever we want, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just got the hugest case of deja vu. Then, like, we've had this exact conversation at this table in a past episode, but I don't think it's actually been in a past episode. But my brain is telling me we've had this conversation before. Like everything you two were just saying, I was just like,
to be honest about it, we probably had this exact conversation several times. Just when we're just hanging out, you know what I mean? Except we didn't have the cameras rolling.
Yeah. We talk outside of this podcast. We we don't shut down.
No,
the
we don't
NPCs.
just come here once a week, meet up for half an hour, get on.
Yeah,
we actually
that's it.
we do hang out sometimes.
Yeah, possibly too much.
We have to put up with his head a lot.
Yeah,
for sure. But this is his place.
and now so do you. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, going back on topic, would you say you feel inspiredly because of all that's happening?
Yeah.
Because we were just talking about how you feel about everything.
Oh, yeah.
You feel inspired to do
you
the
hear me all
things.
the time. Oh, maybe we'll be able to do this and this one day. Or maybe I can do this and this one day.
Yeah.
This podcast has truly unlocked a different part of creativity for our
I don't
brains.
want to.
Exactly.
I basically hate working for people. So,
But
I want to work. But I just hate working for people. I hate it. That's why I won't leave my current job.
And that's why we will succeed in this podcast.
Yeah.
I'll still be at that other job though. I'll go down to my lowest part-time racket.
Yeah. I always have a job, but this will always be humming in the background. Like, oh, sorry, I can't do that shift. I got to film. All right. Well, what's like a good habit like
Just
you
in
want to
general?
pick up? Like we want to start picking up. You know what I mean? Like for example, like for me, like so now that like doing the podcast and I'm working and I'm doing like the delivery stuff on the side as well. I also, but like basically right now, I actually look at the inventory of like my life and like the things that I have going on and like the resources I have, and I actually realize I literally have everything I possibly need to actually succeed in the way that I want to succeed. So the only thing that's stopping me
is yourself.
Literally.
yeah, literally. I was gonna say me, but you said
ruined his
yourself, which would
delivery.
be me. But yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. So right now, I feel like a good habit I want to pick up is I want to get to the point. I want to like almost have my whole week planned out. Actually, if you see on the door, I got a little time like schedule thing going there. I'm gonna try because that's the thing. Because it's got so many responsibilities. It's easy to become overwhelmed. Like, oh my god, I forgot to go to the gym. Oh my god, I forgot to edit. Oh my god, I do this and that. But if you're just like, at this time I'm gonna edit, and this time I'm gonna do it, and this time I'm gonna do that. So if you guys like, hey Scott, what are you doing between this time and this time? I'm like, let me check. Oh no, I can't do anything. Sorry, I'm. So if I start saying no to plans, you know why? It's because I'm following my schedule.
Nice.
But I feel that works for me personally.
You definitely need
because
structure.
I need structure. I need people to tell me what to do and when to do it. But unfortunately, that person's got to be me. So I'm just like in the mirror, like Scott.
Well, that's why the thing on the wall comes into handy.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's me
That's-
talking to me. Yeah.
That's past you saying, look, future you, don't be lazy, so future you's not lazy.
Yeah, it's a whole
Basically.
system. The whole system. My own self-made system of Scottness.
I'm sorry. Before we move
Yes.
forward, can I chuck a piss?
Yes,
I'm
we'll
fucking
cut
busting.
there. So we got okay. So what are some positive habits you guys want to pick up going forward for yourselves personally?
Going to the gym more. Oh,
I
actually,
feel that.
not more, just going to the gym.
Go-
And then
go.
I'll go to the next phase, which
Yeah.
will be going to the gym more.
Yeah.
I have to go first.
What's preventing you from going to the gym now? Like what?
Laziness.
Just laziness?
Yeah.
But is it
The
Put
gym's
it this way.
5 minutes down the road.
is it laziness or Because like when you've talked about the gym, I know you said like you'd rather go with someone because you want to know what to do. Do you feel like a sense of like anxiety going there because it's like you don't know what to do, so to say?
I just don't want to injure myself. I'm very conscious about getting injured again.
That's
I've
fair.
done a major injury, what cost me a year. Well, actually, it cost me 4 years, but it's a year injury once you have the operation.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that to myself again. It's not worth it.
Okay. So what would be your first step to getting to that?
Getting fit.
Yeah, no, but getting fit. But the first step to getting fit is going to the gym. But you're struggling to get to the gym. So what would be your first step to going to the gym?
Stepping there, I guess.
You know what? That's actually that's literally it. But wait, as soon as your foot crosses that threshold of the gym,
You're in there.
I do need to
You're
get
done.
new shoes, so that's happening in the next week.
yeah, that's all right. That's good. Yeah. What are you, Bradley?
Well, I say I definitely want to start going to the gym. That's a habit I would like to get going. That's not necessarily at the top of my habit list, though. Like, everybody wants to work out and be best themselves.
I've been to the
and stuff
gym
like
twice
that.
this week. Not to brag.
Ooh,
You probably noticed because of my bulging bicep.
I know you're very
okay.
white.
Hey, it's because I've been spending all this time inside editing. That's what happens with editors.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
pound, motherfucker.
An actual good habit I want to pick up, I'm going to try at some point, is writing things down, like writing every single one of my thoughts down, getting books and keeping them neat and organized so I can actually have my thoughts in a cohesive place, so I can come back to something. If I just have like just the tiniest
100%.
tidbit of something to put down, you can come back to it.
I'll tell you right now, Bradley, like...
I put stuff in my notes at times, and like when I'm writing and stuff, I'll definitely write notes. I used to write notes with D&D and stuff, but it's just writing down your actual thoughts.
Well, you know, this is like it, but that's good though because like like you said, me and Bradley are both into mental health
Therapy.
professionals and stuff like that before. But for me, a big thing was always like overthinking or thinking of the same thought or thinking of over and over again. But when you write it down, you get that manic thought and you're like, la, 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 la. You write it down, and then later when you're like sane, yeah, sane, literally, you read it back, and then you know what? You pretty much never have that thought ever again because you've already put it onto the page, and then you move into the next thought, and then the next thought, and then you can have. Then I cut to a year later, you read back on that, and it's literally like
a book.
a physical. Well, it's a book, of course, but it's a book of like actual progress. It's like your save progress, going back to your save game. Like, whoa, I can't believe I was trying that. What the hell was I thinking? I can't believe I thought that. You know what I mean?
Can't wait to put that up.
So yeah, that's something I would highly recommend, Bradley, especially for you, probably. Because, actually, touching on that, like, it's one. I will say one habit that I'm really jealous that you have that me and Bradley don't is like your capacity to not like. Obviously, things like bother you, things can make you upset, things can make you feel sad or whatever, but you don't
tend to dwell.
You don't dwell.
Why?
And
Why do I want something?
you know what? I ask myself that, but it's weird because when something happens, it's like, I don't know, I overthink it and I try to think of how it did happen, how I can prevent it from happening again, and how it could. But then
We don't
always
currently
think-
have the tools to deal with that. We don't have
Well,
the knowledge.
I
to-
definitely do more now.
I just sum
Well,
up
yeah.
the situation when it's happening and then move forward. That's it. I've seen some pretty messed up things. So like in the moment, you're like, do I let that scar me, or do I just let that be something I can say? Hey, did you remember when that really fucked up thing happened? Yeah, cool. I do. Yeah. Next question.
See, that's crazy because when something fucked up happens in front of me, especially depending what it is, it'll at least affect me for at least a while. You know what I mean? I've literally been almost crippled by my own thoughts. And then meanwhile, you're just there like, yeah, what? I just saw the most traumatizing thing ever, but like, I'm fine. And I'm like, I'm actually kind of jealous.
I think a lot of people are, because I've noticed when I try to explain,
Are
like,
you guys jealous? Jealous?
a lot of people just think too much.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely one of those people. But you know what?
I think a lot, but just I don't know.
Yeah.
I can differentiate. Wow, that's really
Well,
fucking crazy.
You know what? That's another thing I actually like about doing podcasts too. Is now when I need something to think about, rather than thinking about my past or my own like dark thoughts or whatever, I can be like, what can we do for the next episode?
Yeah, that's exactly what my
How
brain
can I
goes.
scar my audience this week? How can I choose to surprise you guys?
We wake up every time we do the podcast and we choose violence.
Yes. Well, not always, but sometimes.
I'm peace.
Ah.
I pulled a pretty mad head too.
All right. Well, boys, good habits are all great and all this and that and blah blah blah. We all want to be better people. But have you ever considered the power of chaos?
Yeah.
My friend Shadow the Hedgehog knows it all too well.
Yeah, but
Because chaos can sometimes bring the most structure to life.
chaos in its element
Yeah.
destroys structure. What you need to do instead of having
Chaos is its own structure. It's in its own realm.
To be honest, Bradley, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
I understand what you're talking about, but I'm
Like
just
5 people might get me, or 0 people might
I
get
get
me.
it. I just don't understand where it's coming from in here.
Yeah.
Because the thing, I want to get away from chaos. Okay, I want to get away from Shadow the Hedgehog. You know what? I want to be. I want to be more inclined to Big the Cat, where I just literally spend my days just oblivious, just doing the thing I love the most, and not caring about anybody else in the world. Just me and Froggy forever and ever and ever.
It's a good place to be.
It is a good place. It is. It is. but here's okay. Hang on a sec. Let's pause right there. That was something, but I think we'll keep that in.
The whole time I was like, and that's what was happening in my head too. Nothing.
Yeah.
I was trying.
Guys, so we've talked a lot about like things we can do like positively to make ourselves better, and I actually do feel optimistic. I would actually say that.
Same, for sure.
I definitely this is probably the most optimistic I have felt about something in a while, which is nice, which is good. And I think you guys.
I think this is the most
Yeah.
positive and sure I've felt of something like ever, basically.
Yeah. And what about you, lady? What about you?
Sorry, what was the question?
Well, like, you feel like. Do you feel positive about
yeah,
what we're doing?
Yeah,
Or you
of
feel
course,
confused
yeah.
but positive? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to think. Have you ever thought about what like the best version of ourselves are gonna like say about it, or we'll look at?
Yeah, Scott, you know what? I do actually wonder what our future selves would say to us. I think we should take a second to reflect on
Yeah, I
that.
wonder what they would say.
I'm you from the peak of your life, and I'm here to tell you that you need to get your shit together. You see, the thing about the grind is it doesn't stop, and it will never stop. No matter how rich and successful you get, no matter how poor and low you are, you're gonna have to grind. So just keep at it, keep doing it, keep learning the things you want to learn, and you'll turn out to be a really cool dude like me. Just keep working on yourself and you will become better than you ever thought you initially could be. And that's basically all you need to do. It sounds like an umbrella, and I can't tell you exactly what to do, but you've got great things coming in life, and you just need to keep at it.
Hello, Scott. Guess who it is? That's right. It's the best version of you. And you want to know how you get to this? You already know exactly what it is. Alright? You know what you need to do. You've got the resources. You've got the know-how. But you know that if you do the good stuff, good stuff will come with it. Alright? You know that. You know it. You've seen it with your own eyes. As soon as you put effort in, things just happen. So make them happen. Make them happen. Just do it! All you need to do is not do the things that you know aren't good for you. Alright, I'm not even going to list them because they're too embarrassing.
but you know. So stop that and start doing the things that you know that are good. And then before you know it, you're me, which is you. Forget the naps, forget the mobile games, forget the freaking junk food. It doesn't even make you feel good. Forget all that and just do what you need. And trust me, you will get there. And it is glorious.
Alright, so I've come here to send you a video for a little bit in the future because, you know, future yourself is perfect. But at the moment, you're not quite there. You need to do a little bit of things like lose a little bit of weight, cut back on the junk food altogether, and maybe drink water. Yeah, maybe work out a bit more too. That'll help a lot. Yeah, keep doing you, basically, and stay positive.
Wait, I just saw my future self. What? You guys saw that too, right?
Yeah, I just saw myself. Yeah.
Were your guys wearing sunglasses as well?
They were, yeah. I wonder why that was.
Maybe it's because their future's so bright.
It is. It's very bright. And you know what? It's even brighter with you guys watching us and giving us your attention. Something that we're very thankful for.
I love the attention.
I love it. I love it so much.
I don't love it yet, but I like it.
Yeah.
We'll end up hating it at some point.
Don't worry, at least friend zone you for now. But you know, if you just keep going,
Friend zoning
Oh my
you.
god, I just got to friend zone like 60 people.
wow.
Well, that's really empowering.
Hey, that's why chicks must do it all the time. But guys,
That was a sensory overload.
if you want to help us get to our superior versions, then you know what you need to do.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that fucking bell.
Hit it.
Hit it so we can have such a bright future.
So we can get a tablecloth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when we get the table, you know our future's going to be getting brighter. All right. So I reckon to say we've talked about motivating ourselves. I feel very motivated.
I feel
ready to
motivated
go.
too.
But I think we need to hand some of that motivation onto our viewers. What do you say?
Yeah.
All right. Let's all go around. So you start, Bradley.
All right.
Let's just give them a sentence or two each. Just to get them motivated. Get hyped. That's in the title. It's literally in the title. We're gonna get hyped. Sorry. All right. Go.
I think he gave himself a head spin.
No,
now.
I'm hyped now. Go.
And we're going. Okay, so my words of wisdom to you guys, honestly, would be, it's easier said than done, but just do it. Whatever you're thinking of doing, just take that leap. The first step into something, you'll find that it's just so much easier to continue with it because you realize how much you're enjoying it. And that's basically all I have to say motivational wise, but I should heavily motivate you guys to just be kind to people. There's nothing I value more in this world than kindness, and everybody should be kind to each other to a degree.
Right.
Yeah, you got it. That's a good thing with kindness. Kindness is good, but you also got to know
Have a kind heart. Don't be kind to every
know
fucking
the
piece
value
of shit on
of
the
your
street.
kindness. Give kindness to those who actually deserve it
For sure.
for your kindness.
And you know what? That kindness will come back to you.
Eventually.
Kindness.
Yeah.
Thought I had
Yes.
to say that.
Yes. Okay, now I dig it. All right, for me, what I got to say is, for every single person, right? Every person knows the right and wrong decisions for them. Deep down, you know the thing that you're going to do that's going to make you happier, you more successful, and it might not be the same as everyone else's. But you know what? You got to make that piece of yourself. You got to be ready to do something that may be not what everyone else is doing to fulfill yourself, you know? And everything that happens to you, there are things that happen to you that are out of your control. But if they're out of your control, that means you can't do anything about it, so it's how you react to it. But the good things that do happen and the bad things that do happen to you are also in your control. So really, it's up to you whether good or bad things happen to you. You just have to be aware of that. If you're aware of that, then you can make the good things happen. And that's me. That was worked for me.
Basically, I agree with these two, pretty much. And my cousin gave me a quote and I will say it to the viewers, is when you're lacking motivation, the number one source of motivation comes from within inside yourself. So when you feel like I can't do this or whatever, you literally say it's time to go do it, because that's when you feel it's like waking up in the morning. That's how I get up every morning now. It's because you just wake up and do it. And then
that is 100% true, because no matter how many times people have tried to motivate me into doing something, it hasn't happened until I've taken that step within myself to just say I'm doing it.
The amount of times like, Bradley, wake up! Bradley, wake up! And he's just there.
I did that the other morning, and then he said, "You wake Mum?" He's like, "I can't even remember." I turned your light on.
But you know what? You know why he couldn't remember? Because he didn't wake himself up. Yeah.
My brain didn't wake me up, which is in an essence myself. My entire being is my brain.
Your brain is yourself.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
One more thing too is no matter what, you always wake up the next morning and you always put your 2 feet down.
Yep.
So whatever happened yesterday,
Yep.
literally happened yesterday, and get
Yep.
on with tomorrow.
And you know what? If the day does come where you don't wake up and your feet don't go down, it doesn't matter because you're dead.
You'll
And you can't do
finally be
anything
at
about
peace.
it. You can't do anything about it. So it's out of your control. So just deal with it.
The only thing you'll have to worry about is decomposing.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. Your body's worrying about that. Your soul's just doing whatever's next.
Yeah.
to
La
it.
la 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 la. Oh, cool. All right. That's a good way to end on soul.
I'm pretty sold on that.
Ha!
And you guys should be sold on this episode and this podcast. And if you are sold in it, share it with your
Yeah,
friends.
we want likes.
Yeah.
We haven't.
And
we want to get our
comments.
most likes
Yeah.
on this video.
All right. Let's end it there, guys. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you so much.
Stay motivated. Stay on the path that you know. And most importantly, stay hyped.
I was just about to say get hyped. Oh my fucking god!
All right. See ya.
Bye everyone.